Welcome, Miami Hurricanes fans around the world, and it is finally time we can get excited and talk about Miami football again. Spring practice has begun. Miami held their first spring practice earlier today, and I want to have a little series where we go over some key notes from the spring practice. We'll cover just some of the big things. Obviously, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of changes, but we'll tackle some of the big things in this series. Key notes from the first day of spring practice. Rick has made it known that the competition for all starting jobs is 100% open, as usual, but I did just want to make that known. He's also made it clear that Malik Rozier enters spring practice as the #1 quarterback. During practice today, Rozier threw with the ones. N'Kosi Perry followed up with the twos. Cade Weldon with the threes, and Jaron Williams was with the fours. Now, a little quick note, however, apparently there were a few times that Weldon and Williams traded spots for that #3 and #4 spot. Again, as we all know, Williams is very athletic. I think the only thing probably holding him back is the fact that he's not been around very long, so he's having to learn the plays and get accustomed to the tempo and just college ball in general. But there were a few times they said that he overtook Weldon and took that spot with the threes. But as we kind of all expected, Rozier comes out with the ones and Perry throwing with the twos. A quick injury report from today as well. No new injuries reported from today's practice, which is awesome. That's always good news. I will say, however, that, let's see, who was it? That Amon Richards and Demetrius Jackson did not participate in today's practice, but that is due to injuries from last season. So they're just not quite ready to go yet. I'm sure that plenty of the guys are battered and bruised from today's practice, even though it wasn't 100% full contact, full pads. You still get kind of beat up a little bit. But I mean, they're warriors. They're preparing for battle later on down the road. So after an ice bath, I'm sure they'll be okay. Now, talking more about offense, the two tight end prospects, Brevin Jordan and Will Mallory, will not arrive on campus until this summer. So they're not going to be here for spring practice. Current tight ends, Michael Irvin and Brian Palendi, I may be saying that wrong, I think it's Palendi, are hoping to make an impact before more competition arrives in the summer and the fall. Irvin was with the ones and Palendi was practicing with the twos. Now, keep in mind, Rick has also always said that early in spring practice, the depth chart is determined more so by how players did in the off-season conditioning and the mat drills, not just based on your performance from the last season. Apparently, mat drills are pretty intense, and that plays a big part on how well you pushed yourself and just how well you performed during that. And it kind of helps you gain some momentum and some placement spots in the depth chart come spring practice time. And also, another note, 2 new coaches went through their first spring practice as members of Mark Richt's staff. You have Jess Simpson with the defensive line and Jonathan Patke with the outside linebackers. More info coming soon about the new coaches as spring practice progresses, but I'm sure these guys were pumped and excited for their first workouts in spring practice with the Miami Hurricanes. A quick note as well, it was really nice to see Malik Young out there. He was at the practice helping coach the other players, and I know that that has to be tough for him because he had such a big season last year, and of course he had that neck injury that was career ending. So it was really cool to see him out there coaching his fellow players and just kind of helping along with practice. Another little insignificant note, but I did want to make it known, Willis did change his number from number 91 to number 9, which was formerly worn by none other than Chad Thomas. And really, with spring practice, I'm going to be honest, this is just me personally. What I'm most interested in is the running back competition. I mean, you've got Homer, you've got Dallas, you've got Lingard, you've got Davis, you've got Gray, you've got Burns. I mean, the list just goes on and on. The running back competition this year is going to be lit because, I mean, you've got these newcomers, this fresh talent coming in, but these guys, you've got someone like Lingard who's a slasher, you've got someone like Davis who is more of, in my opinion, like a north and south power back, then you've got Homer who just come out last year and shouldered the load from the injured Walton. You've got Dallas, great. Again, just the running back competition is going to be insane. So we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on that through spring and then coming up into summer and fall as well, because it's going to get crazy. And apparently some comments came in from the offense. Apparently the defense is just as fast, just as savage. They are apparently just going crazy, which is really good news. That's kind of what we expected. I'm hoping that, honestly, they got even faster, even stronger during the offseason. More to come soon about the defense. I don't have a ton of notes about the defense, about their performance from the first day. Again, they're not in full pads, full-on 100% contact, so it's kind of hard sometimes for the defense to really make an impact and show a lot. But more coming soon on some of the defensive stuff. And one last note, Badgley, the guy who has been the kicker for Miami for, in my opinion, what seems like the last decade, is now gone. But supposedly we have a pretty darn good guy coming in from the state of Texas who is ready to kick some 50 and 60 yarders. So we'll see more info coming soon on that. But I know again, there's going to be some stuff we miss. We can't cover everything, but this is day one, spring practice, Miami Hurricanes. Again, we're going to kind of make a series out of it. I may not make a video every day, but every couple of days we'll go over some of the keynotes. We'll cover injuries and some impact players, who's making a difference. Today was more kind of I think, feeling everyone out, getting the new guys into the system and getting it going. But let me know in the comments section below what position you guys are most excited about. Are you wanting to see who wins out the starting quarterback position? Does Rozier get dethroned by someone else? Who's going to be the #1 running back? Defensive starters, are there going to be some changes made? Just let me know in the comment section below which position you are most excited about from the spring practice. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so. Again, as I've said before, this season we're going to do some crazy new things. We're going to do lots of giveaways, giving back to you guys, and the preview videos are going to get even crazier. Last season we burned a Florida State shirt. We threw some toasters against the wall. We put a Clemson. It got crazy, okay, and it's going to get even crazier this next coming up season. And also, my wife is still selling Miami Hurricanes decals on her eBay page. I appreciate all of my Hurricanes family who have already supported that and purchased some. She offers them in multiple different sizes. We've got like a small 2-inch and then a larger 4-inch one as well. They're outdoor rated. You can put them on your car. You can put them on like a tumbler, like a Yeti or something like that. But if you're like me, I live in Tennessee, so you got to show everybody that you're repping the U. But again, guys, this has been College Football Vids with a day one spring preview. Remember, guys, we're all one big happy college football family. But at the end of the day, it's always better when you get to rep the U. College Football Vids, peace out, guys.
Did you say nice or ice?
Ice.
Okay.
A nice bath.
A nice bath.
After a nice little bath.
I just wanted to